In the next 60 seconds, I'll put you in command of 2 brand new metal albums to stream. Then I'll guide you through the 4 key areas where each of these bands shine. Plus, I'll give you a 3rd extreme metal album from my secret collection too, as a gift at the end of the show. Terry here again, guiding metal warrior heroes like you to more music that you want. If you like the stuff that is in the list next to me, FMR is for you because I review and break down the newest extreme releases of the week from my charts, so you get the best new metal albums every single day. In episode 47, just yesterday, I reviewed Banks Arcade's Death 2 EP and Eternal Storms, A Giant Bound to Fall. Check the last episode for the full scoop and results. In any case, stream them for yourself to see if they are for you. Today, our new albums are Slaughterror's Endless Lust For Gore EP and For I Am King's Crown album. Both are up for fresh, full metal reviews. Let's break it down. So before I listen to Slaughterror's Endless Lust For Gore EP, I open the page and to see that there are 4 vicious sounding tracks totaling 13 minutes. Album cover artwork, as you can see, is, don't you just love zombies? I love this stuff. It has a range of custom and standard fonts, and I was attracted to it immediately thanks to the album cover work artist. So between the album artwork and the song titles, I visualize something heavy and beastly. Apple Music says they are metal, but my genre description right now is deathcore. We shall see in the end. Track 1 wastes no time with getting right down to killer rhythms, intensely powerful, razor-sharp metal. This is like holy guacamole. This is good stuff. Track 2, it just motors along with immense deep rhythms, riffs, tempo shifts, and it feels like a meat grinder in the good sense. Track 3, it's a crunchy, thunderous, total fire style track, and it's awesome. And finally, track 4 just crushes the end of this EP with an atomic instrument and super beast-like vocal fry range of song. It's absolutely incredible. Summary, this is immense, simple, crushingly deep death metal for the hungry. Great work to the band Slaughterror. Awesome stuff. I describe here the recording quality and the sound quality. It's professional, smooth, and really clean. Production and musicality, it was raw. I rate the overall levels of rhythm and tempo as immense, while the harmonies and melodies, they were more present in this album as well. The lyrical theme here is gore. Becoming a mainstream or radio act here, it's definitely not a possibility. So I think that all of the metal warriors are going to rejoice. They will belong to us forever. The range, flow, and layout of this album is consistent. The tracks, they seem to be arranged very smartly. Describe the vocals here as beastly, while the guitars I can only describe as outstanding rhythm, harmonies, great riff work. Bass section was thick, deep, and bubbly. Finally, the drums and percussion performance was full, intense, and rangy with great sounding skin. I didn't hear any samples or anything like that. I think it's just raw instruments all the way through. Overall, the range and intensity was ultra high here. They remind me of somewhere between Cannibal Corpse, Brand of Sacrifice, and Spite, somewhere in that area. AI says Suffocation and Dying Fetus, so good one for artificial intelligence. Lastly, I rate the temperature here as hot with a darker tonality shade. The overall colors can only be described as black as pitch. The general feeling I had during this session was a white knuckle and smile ride. It led me to give this album a seismic reading of a massive 8.4. I'm going to listen to this one here later tonight again because I'm pulling an all-nighter in the office. In summary, my predictions from earlier were somewhat accurate. I did say deathcore, but I do reveal that my final genre description afterwards is death metal and deathcore fusion. But the official bio says death metal. which kind of means I'm about halfway there. My favorite tracks, every one of them were edible, and in my library you go. So that's review 1. Great job, guys. So next up, before I listen to I Am King's Crown album, I opened the page and I see that there were 11 strong sounding tracks totaling 44 minutes. The album cover artwork, as you can see, is beautiful. It's got that red right through it and gray imagery all the way through with custom fonts. With that red, I was attracted to it immediately thanks to the album cover artist. So between the album artwork and song titles, I visualize something beastly heavy. Apple Music says that they're metal, but my genre description right now is deathcore. We shall see in the end. Track 1 opens in a crushing, earthquake-like display of metalcore-style power with immense melodic, razor-sharp sound and fry vocals. Incredible stuff. Track 2 is so strong and explosive. It's deep, crushing, and almost frighteningly intense. And I'm feeling a little wee bit of black metal in there as well, with the versatility of the vocalist, who's going through deep and stronger high fry vocals. Tremendous track. It's a favorite. Track 3 is blood-curdling with immense deep melodic sounds and a vocalist who sounds like someone set him on fire while recording this album. Such a great job. Track 4 is more ballad-like, but it has some very convincing intensity. Don't let it fool you. The riffs and solo work here were absolutely awesome. Track 5 splits my head open with huge rangy melodies and harmonies into near crippling intense rhythms and percussion. Rest of the album is a plethora of immense, fiery, full, and rich metal music. What an incredible body of work here today from the band for I Am King. I'm thinking that they must be spectacular live. I'm going to investigate them further, see what else they have, because I have never heard this band before. For I Am King, today you are a king. So great job, guys. So I described the recording and sound quality as excellent. It's professional, but they're really pushing the tech. I found a little crackliness in there. The production and musicality was quite refined, in my opinion. I rate the overall levels and of rhythm and tempo as abundant, while the harmonies and melodies were immensely present in this album. The lyrical theme, I find, is more in the dark ages. Becoming a mainstream or radio act here, it's definitely not a possibility. I think that they're going to belong to us metal warriors forever. The range, flow, and layout of the album is consistent, and the tracks are arranged with absolute meticulous care. I describe the vocals as bleeding beastly, while the guitars I can only describe as crisp, full, and immense everywhere you go. Bass section was a standout. Bulldozer, industrial strength bass guitar here. Finally, the drums and percussion performance was outstanding right through, and I didn't detect any extra samples or sounds. I think it's just raw instruments here. Overall, the energy and intensity was ultra high. They remind me a lot of Thy Art Is Murder and In Flames. AI says that they sound like Architects and August Burns Red. Another good choice for AI there. Lastly, I rate the temperature of this album as ultra hot. It has a dark light tonality shade going back and forth, and the overall color or colors could only be described as redline hot. The general feeling I had during this session was electricity. It led me to give this album a seismic reading of a massive 8.6 on the Richter scale. I'm going to enjoy this one immensely, I think especially on the road. I think that's where it might shine, is while I'm driving. In summary, my predictions from earlier were a little wee bit bunk. I did say deathcore, but my personal official reveal for the genre is ultra-level metalcore. The band bio says death metal and metalcore fusion. Means I was kind of halfway correct on a Friday night. My favorite tracks were 2, 3, and 6. And finally, of course, it went into my album. And to top everything off, guys, my reviews here, they don't do these two bands justice. Okay, so please stream them and experience them for yourself. Make sure you get them paid. And that's it for another episode of FMR. And I'm going to dig through my collection here. And I am going to send out some Cannibal Corpse your way. Your choice. Friday night, go down the Cannibal Corpse rabbit hole. And that's it for today, my friends. Remember to support your favorite metal artists, stream them, engage them on social, buy the merch, see them live, and join me again soon for another episode of FMR. And finally, please hit that subscribe button because metal music matters and I want to help. Set up your notifications so you can get your new album recommendations here first. Happy Friday night, everybody. Cheers.